Oh good. Movie made about 300,000 today. Let's see the box office mojo numbers. Wait, what? What's up guys, Doc Ito here with your Alita update. The doctor is in. Today, Alita has lost about $1 million since we last spoke. What in the world? We will talk about this, we will analyze all the details about what this could mean and where the money went. Are we really back under 400 million after such an amazing accomplishment was passed last Sunday? And also an update on the French box office numbers where $2 million were missing. But first, a couple quick reminders. Head on over to the IMDb poll. If you haven't, yesterday Alita was way behind as favorite graphic novel female hero. After the Alita army took effect, she is now first by a fair margin. Great job everyone, let's keep voting, let's keep making our voices heard. Number 2, head on over to the change.org petition. We're still getting a couple hundred signatures per day, up to 8,200, and pretty soon will be over 9,000. And number 3, Alita Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter are all still inactive ever since the Fox-Disney merger. So we're the ones that have to speak up for Alita. We have to still fight while the movie's in theaters. Yes, we want to do it in a positive way, but we will spread this message out. We will not be silenced. We do not stand by in the presence of evil. We are Alita's voice, especially on a day like today, where it seems like the box office numbers are going backwards. Number 4, before I talk about that, remember to like and subscribe to the channel so that Doc Ito can keep bringing these free repairs. This morning I pulled up these numbers because I was going to talk about the France box office situation, so I actually have an archive of the 4 numbers as of this morning, when it was at 316,201. And if you pull up the numbers, this is where they stand right now, at 315,083. This is a decrease of about $1.1 million, which is a crazy amount considering the update was just 2 days ago. I went through these numbers one by one, and other than France, which I'll talk about in a second, there's been no change except for Spain, where it actually went up by about $200,000. So there's really no explanation for where the money disappeared. I've seen weird things with the midweek 4 number updates at Box Office Mojo before, but never anything like this. We talked about this chart before, where on March 19th, exactly a week ago, if you do the math, the rest of the world numbers actually fell about $300,000 from 2 days prior, which obviously makes no sense. And now a week later, if you do the same math, it's about $1 million that have disappeared. So I don't know if this is accurate, if they had just overestimated the amounts, or if this is a fluke that will go away. I did talk about last week how the rest of the world went from a $12 million week to a $4 million week to a $3 million week. And I did feel that last week's 4 numbers were a little better than expected. So it's possible that they revised the numbers down, and it was actually a $1.8 million week, which would actually be more in line with predictions. However, it's very possible these numbers will get revised up, just like they did last week. There have been downward revisions of box office numbers before, such as Batman vs. Superman, revised down by 4 million. However, this is typically right after the weekend. Estimates come out and updated on a Monday. For a midweek revision of this magnitude, this late into a movie's life, is very unusual. It's also very frustrating because this could be used as part of the media narrative this week of the movie not doing well enough, while arguments about 400 million not being adequate for a sequel are spreading. They can now point to the fact that the movie didn't even reach 400, which could be very useful to their media narrative. Coupled with the social media silence, with Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook quiet, this leaves only us to fight for the movie and continue to show our support. Now, of course, in this article itself, Scott Mendelson confirms that the movie did pass 400 million at the global box office. I would assume that Forbes have their own number verification and don't just rely on Box Office Mojo. Now, there is a real possibility of these numbers being lower than expected. From my video yesterday on the box office numbers, the ENT Group reported 132.88 million in China. And when we now look at the numbers for the same day, they are 132.71 million. This is about 170,000 less. So it is possible that the numbers were reported higher than expected, with about 200,000 lost in China. Now in France, we reported earlier this week that the numbers dropped from 16.4 million to 15.5 million the following week. I estimated there was actually $2 million missing. I reached out to Box Office Mojo on Twitter and didn't hear much, but I did email them, and a few hours later they updated their website. to where the French total is now 17.6 million, right around the 2 million that I predicted was gone. Is it possible the foreign total would have been $2 million less without this update? Hard to know. Other websites such as Box Office Pro still had the movie at 400.4 million as of earlier today. However, it seems that they're demoing a new version of their website, so I can't see the number right now, but luckily I document everything, so I have a screenshot from earlier. The numbers also has it at under 400, but I think this takes their value from Box Office Mojo because the French numbers are the incorrect ones before I alerted them and before they were updated. Overall, we'll have to wait until Sunday or Monday to see what the truth is. I still trust Box Office Mojo because there's really no other choice. I think ultimately the studio still knows how much money they made. The reporting doesn't actually matter as much, but it is important for public perception. It's important to still fight for this movie, get merchandise, see it in theaters, and get the Blu-ray once it's available and all that. Now let's dive a little deeper into today's numbers. The model's still holding up well. I predicted around 124,000 for today in the US and 37,000 in China. Overall, we made 145,500 in the US. This is again just a 34% drop week over week and 26% from yesterday. This week, all the drops have been in the 30s, shaping up to be the best week since early March. China came in at 40,000, and it's good to see it back in the ENT group's top 10. I think we made about 80,000 in the rest for a total of just under 300,000. We're at 84,298 right now in the US, 132,710 in China. This is again 180 less than previously thought, for an estimate of 400.6 million based on the numbers before this drop. With the Box Office Mojo update, if those numbers are accurate, we're at 399.8 million. I expect it to cross 401 million on Friday, or if the foreign drop is accurate, we should cross 400 million again on Thursday. So I guess we get to celebrate twice this week if that's the case. With the good US numbers, I'm estimating it up to 86.5 million. China should reach close to 133, and worldwide we should be at about 403.5, unless this $1 million loss is true, and then obviously we'll be about 1 million less. So remember to keep on fighting. Today was actually a good day at the box office, but a tough day overall with this downward revision. Hopefully it's a temporary thing and the numbers go back up this weekend. So remember to like and subscribe so Doc Ito can keep bringing these free repairs. Thank you all for your support. I'll be out of town this weekend, so I may not have an update, and you may have to wait until Monday for the next round of repairs. But I want the utmost precision and accuracy for these videos. Like Alita told Hugo, it's all or nothing with me. This is who I am, and we're giving it our all for Alita because she's worth it, and this sequel is worth it. Keep on fighting, keep on supporting, and we'll talk to you soon. Doc out.